Hey guys, so we're going to do a tarot read tonight on the Christian Political Action Conference. That was a big thing that happened. It happened over a few days. We know, obviously, Trump spoke today. I watched a little of it, as much as I could handle, to listen to him. Oh Lord, I saw, some of it where he was talking about the election was stolen. We need to have fair elections. He was talking a lot about immigration. Biden's done a terrible job over the last 6 weeks, he's going to do that. We know he's going to do that. But some things that are kind of interesting that kind of popped up at this conference. Now, one, I think most of you have seen the golden image of Trump, okay? The golden statue. This is a Christian political action conference. I feel like we need to get that out of the way right now. This is supposed to be Christians here. Christian Republicans, that are involved in politics. How these people can create a golden idol image of Trump blows my mind. Now, I would think nothing would shock me with Trump up to this point. But that symbols are very powerful. And that idol, that statue, is clearly some kind of idol worship, guys. The Christians are gone. We just need to face it right now. At least the ones that went there, and anybody who believes his rhetoric, that is Christian, that sees that statue and does not see what it really represents. If they're not getting that, there's something wrong. Another thing. There was, the way the stage was set up, there's a big thing on that it was shaped, it had this kind of image like that, and it was shaped like a rune, odal, I believe is what it is. And that rune was hijacked by the Nazis back in the day. So they had stole the swastika from like the Buddhists and the Hindus. We know the swastika, and most of you hopefully know it was stolen from them. It was a peaceful symbol. It still is. The Buddhists aren't going to get rid of their symbol or anything. But Hitler saw a lot in symbols. See, that's what we need to understand. He saw there was power in symbols, and there's a little bit of a magic and a mystical thing mixed into his stuff. And that's what people need to understand. He mixed a little bit, but he understood that symbols have power. A cross has power. We understand that. Or even if you are, for instance, you're a Reiki master, if you're watching maybe, and you know that certain symbols have power to heal. So there are certain symbols that have power. He understood that. But the stage was set up like this rune. Now, there is a lot of speculation. Was this intentional or was this an accident? But there's a lot of people who looked at the way it was set up. And we know how the Republicans and we know these Nazis are trying to infiltrate the party. We shouldn't even say trying at this point. They have. Let's put it that way. Let's not even say trying anymore. They have been infiltrated. Okay, we've got them. We got a lot of white supremacist stuff. We got a lot of QAnon. The party is gotten corrupted real hard. So what's in there? So they're the conference, they're trying to say it wasn't intentional. Okay, but I would say I'm gonna kind of find out when I do my read if it's intentional or not. But if it's not intentional, it's definitely a major, you could almost say Freudian slip. It's a major Freudian slip. Even the idol of Trump, these characters. If we were sitting there and I was writing a Bible right now, say I'm a prophet, and I'm writing a Bible, and I'm telling the story about what's been going on, and then 2,000 years from now, people read my book, and would be like, "Wow, that was an idol. Wow, that symbol. Well, this is what they would do." So it's pretty amazing. But what I want to kind of focus on with this read is Trump obviously spoke, and he definitely hinted that he's going to run again. We know he is. We know he is. Unless he gets put in jail. He has to get put in jail for that to be prevented. So it really depends if Spirit's going to stop it. That's kind of what it depends on. So let's kind of see how are people kind of looking at this. How are the Christians looking at this? How are they kind of feeling? I mean, are they aware of what's going on? I mean, I would be hard pressed to believe that all Christians are fooled at this point. They can't be. They can't look at that statue of Trump and not see what others are seeing. That's a golden calf. That's a golden calf. It's time to flip through Exodus. There's a whole story about this. Okay? And that is a damn golden calf. And everybody's saying it. There's a million memes. And the thing is very grotesque. He's in flip-flops, He's in flip-flops and shorts. So let's go ahead and check it out. What kind of cards are we going to get to symbolize kind of this conference? But yeah, a lot of us spiritualists, we are aware of symbols, and how they can manifest and so forth. But, it's a little scary. It is a little bit scary. But yeah, that's clearly a golden calf. That is an idol. They're idolizing this person. I see what it is they think, let me flip up real quick and then I'll get back to shuffling. But what they have this belief, and I said this last week, the same person that lost them the presidency, the House, and the Senate is going to save them. That's what they believe. They drank the Kool-Aid, guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on. When you think it couldn't be any more bad, it suddenly gets worse. I mean, these are Christians, guys. And the Christians were the ones who were supposed to be awake and aware of things like this happening in the world. Didn't Jesus warn them? And they don't see what's going on. A little scary. I'm just waiting for fire to rain down from heaven. Because somebody's got to be mad. Almost there. Okay. So the first card is the Hermit. We know he's kind of been hiding and so forth. He'd been pretty quiet for a while. Maybe do a phone call here and there. But he's obviously one of the things about the Hermit, when he goes in hiding, he's contemplating his next move before he comes out of the cave. But yeah, see, we've got that failure card. And that's actually good, okay? That this conference really was a failure. Okay, there's some real, these symbols, and Ted Cruz making a joke about, that Florida is better than Cancun. That wasn't funny. Okay, that wasn't funny when he joked about Cancun, especially when people literally froze to death. That wasn't funny. Now, I do have the card Success. What this is at the foundation. We've got the failure card, though, right? Opposing. But there are people who think it was a great thing. Their own party thinks so. But there are others looking on. Okay, and that's the opposing force here going, oh my God, these people, they don't understand, and so forth. So I've got the Knight of Cups, so this is like, they're trying to see Trump as like this guy, making a gentle offering and so forth. And see the wings, like making him an angel or something. Notice those wings, very powerful. That's not who he is. But yeah, see, look at that love and adoration that they're giving him. It's amazing. That has not changed. If anything, with his loss, it's intensified. And of course, he brought up the election was stolen, but he's up to his tricks. I've got the Magician. This is all more trickery and so forth. All the things that Biden has failed that he was talking about and doing all this stuff. So get ready. And of course he even did this at CPAC. He talked a good game. We got the cruelty card. So he's talking all kind of negative about Biden, but he's doing it also about the Democrats. They are the far leftists and everything like that. He's calling the coronavirus the Chinese virus. So he's going to find a way to get back on social media and get his voice going. He's going to do something. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering, is he going to go forward and run again? Unless jail stops him, most likely. He definitely hinted at it. We know his ego and all these people wanting him to run. He's not going to say no to him. I say we've got that emperor energy, and this really reminds me of the GOP that they want. This is last year was the year of the emperor. 2020 adds up to 4. This is a 4. So it was the tarot year of the emperor. And that's what he was trying to take sovereign rule. And this is what they want. They want sovereign rule. Okay? This is not about the people running, controlling everything. But yes, that would make them happy as I draw this card. That would make them happy. This is what they are wishing for. A little scary that they even want this stuff, right? Should be scared. You should be scared. But we've got that coronavirus still going on. This has been my COVID card, and a lot of people, with the death toll, standing at over 500,000 now, we know he's a failure. And that's why there's that failure card in there. And then we've got that gain card. So, see, that's the thing. This is really his intent. He knows there's money if he runs. Okay? He's broke. And that's what I told you guys, trying to tell you is he's broke. And yes, we're about to enter a new cycle. So there is going to be a new cycle of Trump. We just need to brace ourselves for that. And right next to it, you bet, we got that lust for power. He's never going to want to give that up. And look at the way she grabs that power. She's riding the beast. She's riding the beast. But all the suffering, people cannot forget that 4 years of suffering that we went through. Definitely. And the end card, there it is. And for those who follow me, who is he really? He's not this sweetheart. He's not the sweetheart Knight of Cups. He is the Knight of Swords. And he is in the outcome position. He's always been Knight of Swords because he just rushes in. He's very brutal with the sword. He's very brutal with his speech. He will cut down any of his so-called enemies and things like that. You bet he's going to run again. Unless jail stops him. See, I'm not too sure about that yet. We still got that thing with his taxes going on. So we need an act of God to stop him from running. Now, as far as winning, I can't predict that yet. It's too soon. Certain things have to fall into place. But he's running again. Okay. He loves it. He loves the rallies. He loves all the adoration. He's a malignant narcissist. He loves all the attention. So how I see it, the majority of people that are rational see this idol, see Ted Cruz, and see his speech where he's just talking his game. And they see it as a failure. It's almost ridiculous. We've got, a Nazi symbol that was stolen from a rune. Okay, the stage is designed. And it may be more of a Freudian slip. I'm not necessarily getting that was intentional. And was it intentional? Do we have a card for that? I got Princess of Disc. And that even has the symbol of the pentacle. I have to take note of that. That's interesting. Look closely. See that image? It almost looks a little bit like that rune, doesn't it? Just a little bit. They definitely designed it that way for a reason. I do kind of look at that. It's got that. But it goes like this, symbol. A little bit. That's kind of interesting. That popped up, guys, huh? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do feel they probably walked into that one. But that's where a spiritualist, we look at the noise playing in the background. We pay attention and we hear it. And we see it. We see certain symbols the way they are. And are like, it may have not have been intentional, but it's there. Okay, that's one of the things. It's there, and it's there for a reason, and it's almost like they're exposing themselves. And people need to pay attention to something like that and stuff. I hate to cast, and I'm not trying to talk bad about runes. Matter of fact, my bag is sitting right there. I've got a bag of runes up there. Still learning that one myself. But yeah, we need to pay attention, some of these symbols. But the party has been so heavily infiltrated, with all this stuff. I see that's the thing. It's the change. It's changed. It's not what these people think it was. And they're not going to be able to, it was never good to begin with, probably. But it's never going to be able to go back to the way it was. It was supposed to be about family values, fiscally responsible, things like that, various things, Christian values, obviously. But and obviously a lot of pro-life, that's still there. But now it's become something different. Now, I did take note, I'm probably going to have to go back on. See, I thought Trump might go into his own political party, but one of the things he was saying, I feel he doesn't need to, and I feel that's the reason why he said, I'm not going to do that, because then he's smart enough to know that if they become divided, then we have this party, and they can't get all the votes they want to get a president in office. So he's right about that. So then he's just going to turn the entire thing into a Trump party, okay? Which it pretty much has become. Why do that? Why start my own thing when I could just transform the entire party into a Trump party and stuff? Even though he kind of jokes, oh, it's not Trumpism. It is. It is. So we definitely got some stuff going on here. But so really, what needs to happen, to prevent this from happening again? Because if we go through another 4 years of this, oh, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? It's, I would definitely be doing a lot of readings. I know that. But if we end up going through another 4 years, if he did for some strange reason get elected, it would be, it would probably hell on earth. It would be very bad. But it's crazy, guys. I end with his card. Okay, my tarot does not mess around. It's very magical. And Spirit does like to talk about these things because they're really important. We need to be awake and aware. And a lot of people went to sleep, and I know they're still asleep and everything like that, and they're not, they're oblivious to it. And I'm hoping over time, that they will wake up. I know supposedly something's supposed to happen March 4. We know it's not going to. And, all this drama, it's more Q nonsense and stuff like that. So hopefully some people, when they see nothing happens March 4, that may wake up a few more of the Q people. And then they're like, oh, okay, maybe this, this stuff really isn't true. So let's wake up a few more people. There's a few people hanging in there. They did lose some people. Because, Biden got sworn in. I remember one of my videos when I told everybody, he's getting sworn in, no matter what you guys think, when the whole thing was beginning. And then, of course, he got sworn in. So that kind of shattered some perceptions. But March 4, hopefully that will shatter some more perceptions. So, yeah, we can expect he's going to run. He's going to run. He is. He is and everything. It ends with him. It's always about him. They worship the man. They created a golden calf. They created a golden calf. These are Christians who are not supposed to. The very first commandment, you people. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. The very first commandment. If you're going to follow good old Yahweh, into the desert, you're not going to stop and make a golden calf. You're not going to stop. You're really going to upset somebody. He might let adultery go. He might let you even take the Lord's name in vain. But he ain't going to let you get away with the golden calf.